Here we are in Whitechapel, and this is the Church Bell Foundry, the oldest manufacturing company in the UK. And here come our happy group, or some of our happy group. All right, Dick. This isn't one of your tours, by the way. You're a passenger today, okay?
That's right, just a passenger. That's all I am today, for change.
It's nice something.
I haven't taken a tour of people around for ages now.
I know you have. And we had some excellent tours from you, Dick.
I don't know if I find it now.
Well, I've got them recorded on video, haven't I?
Yeah, they were good. I enjoyed them, Dick.
It's my backyard.
You playing with tunes, John?
Is called the core, and we start by making the coat. We have a whole series of bell-shaped iron flasks. You can see some here, some over there. They look like bells, but they're just iron buckets that happen to be the shape of bells. And the mould is created inside that flask. We work on these flasks the other way up. We create the mould using a template. It will be appreciated that the bell is circular, it is symmetrical about its centre line, so if you take a thin 80 moulding gauge, scrapes away at the surface of the loam, and we have an accurate profile in the loam of the outside shape of the bell. Now, before the last layer of loam is dried, 1170 degrees centigrade. Having got the furnace hot, it only then takes another 3.5 hours to melt down another 1.25 tons. So it makes a whole lot of sense to have 2 melts in one day, which is 2.5 tons. And that is our normal batch. And in time terms, that is a 3-week cycle. And this is our largest machine, and it won't have escaped your notice that there isn't a bell on it. So you're going to have to imagine there's a bell on it. It is, in a sense, just a lathe. So I'm standing on the faceplate so that when the motor's running, this plate rotates. A bell is clamped centrally on this table with the open end pointing upwards, therefore the bell rotates. And a cutting tool clamped into the end of the ram here scrapes away metal from the inside of the bell as the bell rotates. So the tuning process is about cutting away metal from the inside of the bell. And when we do that, do you reckon that the note of the bell goes up or down in pitch? I'm giving you 50-50 odds. These are very good odds. Is it to ring? Alternatively, you hang the bell to swing, in which case the clapper that's freely suspended inside the bell is activated by the swinging motion of the bell, hits the bell, causes it to ring. So the bell really is just an energy converter. Frankly, it's anything that's small, so called clock bells, puck bells, movie presentation bells, anything that's small, we produce in this area here.
All right, Colin.
You're doing well, coming up them steps.
The downside of English oak is you get a lot of waste. You probably get something approaching 50% waste because you've got moss, you've got sapwood, you know, all those things. Yes, but not making bells. We were very, very fortunate at the outbreak. Almost within days of the outbreak, when it circles above your head. And it's a bit like taking a dog for a walk. The question begs itself, am I walking the dog, or is the dog walking me? And the physical bit is to make absolutely sure that you are in control of your bell. The mental bit is you've got to remember all those numbers. There's no sheet music, you have to remember all those numbers. Now today, change ringing is not physically demanding, largely because the engineering's pretty good. We still use English leather for the handle and the cap, and we do so because it is comfortable to the hand. If any of you have ever performed in public on a stage, you will know that there is a tendency to perspire. And that is for two reasons. firstly, stage lighting is incredibly high, and sets go, and it breaks. And they're on the telephone, I've broken my 21D, I need another one quickly, here's my credit card number, how soon can I have it? And the answer is 5 working days, because it gives us 2 days to make one specially for them, and it gives UPS 3 days to deliver it. So those are our customers, God bless them. And I mean, before 440 it was 435. In the 19th century, it was C at 540. And which is about a third of a semi-tone sharp.
Greet you by the bell. Oh, yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to ring this one. Remember, the lowest note that we tune is the hum note, and it so happens that the hum note has the longest decay time. So, that ends the tour. You all know as much about bells as I do now, which is great, because it means you can go home and make your own. Just 2 more things to say before we depart. Firstly, anyone in need of retail therapy, do come and see me in the shop, because that's where I'll be next. And secondly, you can now switch your phones on. Thanks very much.
Ron,
I think it's superb.
I didn't get round to get
Say there, Brian?
Well, I found it absolutely fascinating. I was very interested in the war years, when obviously the Foundry was working at maximum capacity under the most difficult conditions. And but the objects, as the man said, was he made money and he worked hard. And after the war, he had all the bells to remake where they'd been bombed. So that was a very interesting part of the thing. But the whole thing generally was fascinating.
Oh, thank you.
Second visit here in the year. Oh, really? Well, I'm going to a
your name over the door in a minute, Bob.
He organised a check for us.
Commission.
Bob was here. Yeah.
Commission.
Thank you so much.
You're going to film.
Came in time.
I saw people coming up to everything. Yeah, we leave it about to us, but I'm afraid we on Saturdays.
We asked about why the square was there. I know.
Our leader has got a translation of what?
The menu.
The menu. Oh, okay. Well, look a bit bare at the moment.
Find out what to have out of all that.
Well,
That's the English translation. Really? They're on the menu, these.